So you're finally looking into getting into that $30,000 per month, $50,000 per month or more this year on OnlyFans. The good news is it's possible. The bad news is it's totally different than it was last year. You have millions of creators to compete against. The OnlyFans marketing game has changed when it comes to social media, and how you sell on OnlyFans is totally different. So in this video, I'm going to be explaining how you can actually break through this year and make more earnings per month than you did last year, and possibly scale you into that 1% or beyond of OnlyFans creators. You want to hit that 0.5%, 0.3%, 0.1%, all of this will apply. My name is Tan from Top Management. Let's get straight into it. So let's answer the first question. Which platform is the best for OnlyFans? Right here, Instagram and Reddit. Reels and photos. What I need you to think about this as your posts that you're posting daily. This is mostly lead generation. It's to get them to follow your Instagram. The stories, that's where you're going to convert them on the OnlyFans traffic. Next is Reddit. Listen, the reason Reddit is so good is because your potential fans are looking for somebody that looks exactly like you. There's these things called subreddits where you can exactly align your look with that, whether it's big chest, big butt, muscular, thin, blonde. They're looking for exactly what you look like. So let's get into the new content strategy for 2026. Listen, most creators in 2026 need to focus on becoming influencers, not just OF creators. This is going to do one of two things. The first thing, it's going to prevent bans. Huge thing with Instagram as of the past few months. And then in addition, you're going to be able to build a brand around you. And this is what's actually going to help you stand out and make a lot more money. So what is the brand? The brand is, yes, you, but they need to know more about you so you can build that brand. So certain things such as age, height, location, that's pretty obvious, but a lot of creators aren't actually showcasing that. So if you're 5'2", definitely include that in your bio. Mention that in your reels. That's obviously something that a lot of fans will be looking for. But this right here, likes and hobbies. What interests do you have that contrast from your attractive look? Something that if a follower were to learn this about you, they're going to go, are you serious? Really? I like that too. Or that's crazy. That's interesting. That's different. You want to be different. Next, you need to start showing the behind the scenes of your day, kind of like a vlog, and actually talk to your fans in the video. They want to see what you're all about. And the reason being is because the more that they think that they know you, the more that they're likely going to convert into paying fans. They want to be a part of your life. People go on social media to escape their life and live another person's life or thousands of other people's lives. So by presenting to them more of the behind the scenes of your life, they're going to get to know you a little bit better, and this is going to turn them into super fans. And listen, in the day of 2026, you cannot just be a thirst trap feed. What you need to step up to now is actually being a personality attached to that great body, great physique as well. That's what's going to help you to stand out, and that's what's going to really scale your earnings in 2026. Now, right here, this is something we do with all of our models. We build them a mood board. So what this mood board is actually going to entail is outfits, backgrounds, different styles, looks, tonality. This is important. You need to actually spend some time putting together a mood board. And how you do this is by finding inspiration from creators that look like you. Now listen, are we just going to be copying other OF creators and their videos? No. In fact, you kind of want to do the exact opposite of that. You want to go to other successful creators in other niches too, outside of OnlyFans. You're going to get way more inspiration because right now, with the way that OF creators are producing content, not a lot of them are jumping on this branded wagon. But the influencers that are doing this, their reach is way significantly higher than yours. In addition to that, their accounts aren't getting banned. So what you want to do is you want to grab inspiration from multiple looks, personalities, backgrounds, and topics creators discuss that align with you. I'm not saying to become somebody totally different than who you are. It won't work. Listen, you might be a good actor and you can do it for 3 or 4 months, but after that, you're going to hate it. So you want to find inspiration from several different creators. Use the inspiration that actually aligns with you, with your look, your personality, your tone of voice, and then start to curate those into your personal brand with your unique tone, voice, and style. We don't want to be copying. This is the reason you're going to pick multiple different creators. And in addition to that, add in some of your elements of your personality that make you different. This is what's going to help you to stand out. Don't just copy OF creators. Start to look for influencers as well. So part 2 of this, you need to start speaking in videos. This is going to be huge. Just doing little dances and looking cute and attractive, yes, will work, especially if you have an incredible physique, an incredible face. But if you really want to stand out, we got to see personality, and more importantly, We've got to hear it. Again, this is what's going to turn your followers into super fans. They want to hear from you more. The more you talk, the more you're going to earn, if in addition the content that you're producing is high quality. And the goal of this is by the time they make it over to your OF, they'll be way more eager to actually chat with you and purchase your content because they feel like they know you. They're going to be like, oh my God, I've been waiting to talk to you this whole time. I'm so glad to be on your OF. They'll probably initiate the conversation before you even can because they know so much about you. They will start saying, oh, I saw those fruit bowls that you always make. I love those. I love a girl or a guy that is totally into health and fitness and wellness. And then I also see that you do, your morning walk every single day. These are conversation starters, which is going to be fantastic for the followers on your IG that go over to your OF. Those subs will have something to immediately talk to you about. This isn't new, but a lot of people don't do this. Post after 5 p.m. Stop posting in the middle of the day at 11 a.m., 12 p.m., where maybe you're going to get a lot of views, yes, but a lot of your followers are going to be busy. They're either at work, they're at school, they're with their family. After 5 p.m. is typically the time when they're actually more available mentally and they're going to actually have the time to chat. So the fans' discipline muscle is tired from the day and they'll be more open to having fun conversations and actually purchasing content from you as well. So if you're going to post, strike while the iron's hot. And if you're an OF creator that's looking to break through to that $30,000 per month, $50,000 per month, or beyond, and you really just want to focus only on creating content and posting content and let a whole team handle all of the marketing and the business aspects, then good news, we're currently accepting new creators. However, there is a caveat. We are only looking for motivated creators that are going to be posting consistent, high quality content and are communicative. So if that sounds like you, then check the first pinned comment in the comment section or the link that's in the description, and you can book a free 30-minute call from an executive from our team. Now, your OnlyFans profile is likely losing you money. You got to start thinking about the OF profile as a landing page. Now, a landing page is basically, if you go to a website, their homepage, it's meant to sell you. If somebody goes from an advertisement to the website's homepage, the first thing that the website developers care about is converting that traffic into a paying customer. You got to start thinking about that now as well because your competition is so stiff. And this is going to be an area that's really going to separate you from other creators. So it isn't just enough to have a good profile and a great bio. You need to think about the fan satisfaction after they've used their credit card. They actually use their hard-earned money to see your page. They need to be satisfied when they land on your page because a lot of the times you'll notice this. Some of these fans of yours, this will be the first time that they ever created an OF account. So they got to go through, choose a username, create a password, confirm it via email, go back to their OF page, add their credit card, try and use their credit card for the first time. You need to respect their time. You need to respect their energy. And you actually do this by having a kick-ass OF profile. So when you look at your OF page, you want to think of these questions. Are they going to feel like they were scammed? Are they going to be satisfied with the type of content that you're posting over there? Are you preventing giving away too much on your feed so they're eager to buy more? Because you don't want to be giving away the farm. You don't want somebody paying $3, $4, or $6, whatever the discount is for your first month and going, I don't even need to purchase anything. This is good enough. I'm not even going to purchase in the chats. Big, big mistake. And also, is there enough content on your OF page to justify their subscription? If you only have 40 photos, 3 videos, they're probably not going to be satisfied with that. And in addition, your welcome message. When a fan converts to your paid page, you need to think about this. Is this going to be a free video as a thank you? Or are you going to give a free welcome message video? I forgot to actually add video in there, but I meant video that actually sets the stage for their experience, where you're talking to them, explaining a little bit more about yourself, what type of content you have, the experience that they're in store for by subscribing to your page. Or are you going to be sending a heavily discounted video as a welcome gift? You really need to decide the approach that you're going to utilize here and spend the time creating the right type of content for that welcome message. This is likely going to be, if not the first, the second form of contact or point of contact that a fan will have with you over on OnlyFans. Number 2, your pinned post. This is the very first thing that they're going to see after using their credit card. Think about that. They use their credit card to purchase a subscription to your page. This is the very first thing. The goal you want to have is, now that's what I came for. I need to see more. Again, you don't want to give away too much. Number 3 is content variety. What you want to avoid is, that's it? What a scam. And have them cancel their subscription and never return. So you're going to need a good number of posts and a good variety of posts that satisfies them and has them craving more. Now, this is really cool. This is a diagram. I spent a decent amount of time to really exercise a point right here. What your goal is on how often you post on your OF is to have omnipresence, which means you're always visible. But you don't want to make it look like the only thing that you do is post on your OnlyFans. You definitely don't want that. You want to remain a little bit rare, a little bit scarce, but at the same time, they're able to see you. They're able to find you when they log in. A lot of users actually only log into their OF 1 to 2 times per week. You want to be visible when they log in. Not just from a chatting message when you see a fan log in and you say, hey babe, how you doing? You need to make sure you're visible with both photos and with videos on their feed. Remember, you're likely not the only creator that they're sub to. You need to be visible on the fans' feed. Otherwise, the competition will beat you for their attention. So I'm going to show you this right here. So let's say this green box right here is a new fan that just went to your OF page. Great, that's awesome. Now, he's also subbed to 1, 2, 3, 4 other creators. So after he subs, the first post he sees is competitor creator number 1. Right after that, competitor creator number 2. Then after that, competitor creator number 3. You didn't post this day. Tuesday comes, competitor creator number 4 posts, competitor creator number 1 posts. Finally, you post on your feed once in the week. Wednesday, same thing. Look at all this competition from other creators. Thursday, Friday, competition. And then that new fan that joined on Monday finally logs in again on a Friday. Look at your little one post that you had compared to all the competition. He has so much variety of other creators that he chose to pay to subscribe to that he is seeing before he even gets to your one measly post right there. This needs to be addressed. If you have an OF page, you need to make sure that you are consistently posting on your OF feed at least 2 to 3 times per week. And if not just posting on the feed, you need to take advantage of stories. Those are going to be right at the top. If not, look how many times your competitors are posting. These are other competitors, other creators that look the exact same as you, because this is what his taste is, that are all vying for his attention. You cannot just have one post and expect to crush it in OF in 2026. Now, this one's really tough. Is your chatting even good? Look, 80% of your earnings should be made from chatting. You should be aiming for a 4 to 1 ratio, 5 to 1 ratio, or a 6 to 1 ratio of subscriptions to chatting. So if you make $1 from a subscription, you should be making $4 from the chatting, or $5 or $6. And this is why it's so important that you have the proper chatting teams, because if you have big spenders, they will tip you thousands of dollars for a real experience, not just to buy photos and videos. And that's when you can start having fans that are spending $10,000 plus, $30,000 plus, $60,000 plus, $100,000 plus, if they get that true experience, not just buying photos and videos. So one of the first things, are you actually engaging your fans the second that they sub to your page? And I'm not just saying the instant welcome message. The chatting needs to be on them right away. Hey, welcome to my page. How are you doing? How did you find me? This needs to be organic because everybody knows about the welcome message that instantly goes through. The chatting needs to address that. Does it actually sound authentic to you? Are high spending fans getting special attention? This is how you create whales. And is your true tone of voice being used in the chats? Very, very important. Now, the next thing is your pricing of content on mass PPVs appropriate. Remember, if you send a 10-minute video out a couple times per week at $20, that's the pricing your fans will come to expect. This makes it harder to upsell other content and bundles later at the price you're actually valued at. You could be pricing yourself so low and cutting your possible earnings in half on OnlyFans because of this. You need to select what is the content you're sending out for PPVs and pricing it appropriately. Otherwise, you're going to get locked into a very low price that is not matched with your true value. And again, there are big spenders on OnlyFans. And these fans aren't often here just to see some hot videos, some hot photos from you. They're looking for the experience. This is their escape from their boring life or their boring wife. And the big spenders are more than happy to tip and purchase from you in the thousands and tens of thousands of dollars over time if they truly get this experience from you. So when you're thinking about chatting, when you're selecting your chatting, whether you're doing your chatting, You need to focus on giving these people a fantasy. That's the experience, and that's how you're going to level up your earnings from your chatting. Now, this is the 1% OF creator iceberg model. Thank God Jack wasn't here in the Titanic because it would definitely sink. Listen, if you start focusing on this as a business and treating it as such, 2026 is going to be your best year. And in order to do that, you need to create or have a custom OF strategy or have it built for you, such as what we do with all of our creators. So right here is the tip of the iceberg. This is low-level OF skills. They have a social media, they got low-tier OF, they're really not making money. Then a little bit lower, we got the mediocre social media, basic OF. Then after that, this is where we start to get into some more money. But again, this really isn't life-changing. Frequent posting on social media, the quality isn't there, the branding isn't there. It's really not interesting, and they're probably not posting as much as they possibly could. And they got a decent OF. They've got some good photos in the vault. They've got some good videos. The profile is looking pretty good. But the poor chatting is absolutely killing them. Now, here we go. We're starting to get into some of the bigger money. This is somewhat of a social strategy. So they have a plan of who they're going to be in front of the camera, somewhat. They have a plan of how many times they're going to post per week, somewhat. They've got a little bit of a higher quality OnlyFans, meaning the profile, the content they have in the vaults, the profile they have on the feed. And they got a little bit of a decent chatting going on here. But if you want to get into the 1% OF creators or beyond that, this is where you need to have the standout social brand. You need to have consistent quality content that utilizes that standout social brand. You need to have a fully optimized OF profile. I'm talking you have more than sufficient amount of content on your profile. It's banger content. Your fans that were once your followers just subscribe to your page and they go, wow, this is incredible. This is what I was looking for. I need to buy more. And then after that, rock star chatting, which I just mentioned. So if you're ready to finally hit the top 1% on OF or beyond, maybe you want to hit the 0.5%, 0.2%, or if you want to hit the 0.01%, then what you might want to do is let our team handle the business side for you. If you'd rather focus on what you do best, which is filming and creating, while we handle the business, marketing, and branding complexities, then book a free 30-minute call with a member from my team. You can actually find it. It's going to be in first pinned comment in the comment section. And on that call, we'll diagnose your social media to OnlyFans funnel, find any leaks, find any problems that are preventing your followers from becoming OF subs or anything that's holding you back from actually growing on your social media platforms. We'll also be identifying why you're not making the money you deserve, and finally discuss custom branding strategies with you. This is one of the things that separates us from other agencies. We work with you one-on-one to build a custom brand around you. And this is 100% tailored to you, to your look, to your tone of voice, to your personality, and most importantly, what you like. This is going to be a brand that you're going to say, this is what's going to stand out. I trust in you guys. And I also really like this. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So again, if you're interested in that, check the first pinned comment. But heads up, we only work with motivated creators ready to hit the 1% of OF creators or beyond. You must be willing to work collaboratively with a full team, consistently create high quality content, and most importantly, have the motivation to truly scale your OnlyFans earnings as high as possible. If this doesn't sound like you, I hate to be brutally honest, this is not for you. We only work with motivated creators who are really willing to put in the work. So again, check the first pinned comment or in the description, you'll find a link to book a free 30-minute call. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to smash that like button down below. Also be sure to subscribe for future videos. And if you have any other questions, just leave them down in the comment section and I'll be sure to reply.